Welcome to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5 WMNF Tampa. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. This is the only show on WMNF and maybe in the entire Tampa Bay area where you don't just get recordings of music that you would normally hear on the radio. You get a live person, a real live human being playing the music that they wrote, that they poured their heart and soul into. And you hear a little bit about the heart and soul that's behind that music as well. This week's guest is Rock Helton. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. He's got a bunch of new music coming out, and he's got an album release show happening at the end of the month in August. What's the information on that one?
Yeah, August 29th, we're going to be at Crooked Thumb. Mercy McCoy, if you guys know them, are going to back me up. My pops, Joshua Riley, is going to open the show. It's going to be a great time. You can find it at my Facebook or my Instagram. All my stuff is Rock Helton Music.
There it is. And we'll be posting the links to his social media in the comments of the live stream, which is happening right now on Facebook and on YouTube. If you want to watch the live stream on Facebook, it's WMNF's Live Music Showcase on Facebook. On YouTube, it's WMNF Community Radio. So, Rock, let's hear your first song.
All right. Sweet. Yeah, this first one is it's called Blessing in Disguise. I wrote this one with my buddy Leon. I brought it to him after I had probably 4 verses done on it, and I was like, I cannot figure out how to finish this song. And, you know, if anybody knows Leon, he's a good songwriter, so he helped me out. But yeah, here we go. Policeman says, son, you gotta go. Drunk off your ass, and I can tell that you smoke. But I got let off using daddy's lies. I stood the test of time. I walked the line, I walked the line, I walked the line. My lady asked, won't you bring me a rope? But that ain't on the table. For these cards I gotta fold them. We've been intertwined, but we don't align. Couldn't fool her with my rhymes. I walked the line, I walked the line. Ignorance like a wave off of the coast. You can ride it till the sunset, then those problems start to show. But the day resets with the morning light. The sun is on the rise. I walk the line, I walk the line, I walk the line. I've been the truth when I don't wanna talk. You think I learned my lesson, but I'm working round the clock. I don't think twice when I'm on thin ice to say what comes to mind. I walk the line, I walk the line, I walk the line. Ain't a girl I'd have that's ever gonna see you rain. Past, present, and future, like a boat that's out to sink. It's to be seen, or not at all. It's a blessing in disguise. I walk the line, I walk the line, I walk the line. I've seen more trouble than I'd ever care to see again, but I'll be fine. I walk the line, I walk the line. Oh, I'll be fine. I walk the line, I walk the line.
Rock Helton here on Live Music Showcase. I like that.
Thank you so much.
I like that. That's going to pull my old Missouri accent out of me. I got to be careful. I got to really make sure I stick to my non-regional diction for radio's sake. Very important. What's your next song called?
This next one is it's called Get There. It's one of my favorite songs that I've written, and it's basically about getting to that point where you want to be, like just chasing after something. Not thinking about it, just putting everything you have into one thing and getting there. This is Get There. Got a woman in California, she's calling me by name. It's a half a mile distance to get up and hop that train, but the tax is too damn high, and I can't afford the price to get there. If I saved up all my money and I pushed it to the side, would I finally take the chance for love I've missed too many times? Would I let myself find out, bring the rain to end the drought when I get there? 'Cause every part of life reminds me why I never stay, like the blue jay seeing new sights every day. Don't get too high or get too low, that's what my uncle told me. I was sat there with a bottle, talking about the way that things turned out to be. Now I know that love takes time and all, but what good is love without the crawl to get there? I got a reason behind every line, mine means something in a different time, but I'll get there. Oh, I'll get there. Well, it seems my mind works different than half the folks around. The stranglehold this town's got on me leads me to the ground, while the voice inside the walls tells me I could have it all if I get there. Well, the homesick blues could hit me anywhere down the road. The rain that I've been bringing, it's been seeping through my coat, but I'll cough the money up, act like I don't give a just to get there. Oh, just to get there. 'Cause every part of life reminds me why I never stay, like the blue jay seeing new sights every day. Don't get too high or get too low, that's what my uncle told me. I was sat there with a bottle, talking about the way that things turned out to be. Now I know that love takes time and all, but what good is love without the crawl to get there? I got a reason behind every line, mine means something in a different time, but I'll get there. Oh, I'll get there.
Rock Helton here on Live Music Showcase. Get there. Get there.
Got to.
I always feel like that might be a song that my fiance would sing for me when I'm telling her a very long-witted story. just get there. Just get there. All right. What's the meat? What's the good? So the first song you wrote in part of it, you had a little help from Leon Meitzen.
Yes.
Right? Friend of the show. Love Leon.
Legend.
He's great. That's actually how we found out about you, because you came on the show with him a while back.
Yeah. We did that show for Hooch and Hive that closed,
the
sadly.
late great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Leon was nice enough. I was opening the show, so he told me to come out here and pick a couple songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that went well. That kind of thing where it's kind of like on the fly doesn't always go so well. So we were grateful that you actually, sound good.
Sweet.
Very, very happy about that. So much so, obviously, that we, felt like you were a great fit for your own episode, obviously. I have questions. You're 20 years old.
I am 20 years old.
You're singing in a style that is much older than 20 years old. That actually has a great deal of relevance in today's, for lack of a lower brow word, zeitgeist. So do you find that the writing that you do you find that you relate to people your own age with the music that you play?
I say for the genre that the genre of music I'm playing, yes.
Yeah.
For, and then, honestly, yeah, I went to college in Tallahassee, so, if you know anything about Tallahassee, it's pretty crazy up there.
Yeah.
So, I've experienced a couple things, but, yeah, I'd say, especially right now, kids my age are doing what I'm writing about.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask about that too, because again, 20, and I've heard a couple of references to the consumption of alcohol at
Very
this
true.
point. How do you get around that?
There's ways. You gotta think outside the box a little bit, but
Allegedly.
Yep. I'm not admitting to anything on this show.
His dad is actually in the control room as we speak right now too. So this is fun. So I actually like how cool and calm and collected you are. This scenario of playing live on the radio in a studio without an audience to like respond and react to and everything, it's kind of an uncomfortable situation. So being cool and calm and collected in this particular environment, to me, is a good indicator that you're probably a pretty exciting entertainer live.
Well, you guys make it easy. Everybody here at WMNF is super sweet, and they've been nothing but great to me. So,
well,
all
good.
I got to do is play.
That's true. I mean, well, you got to write, you got to practice.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I mean, it's a task, and I appreciate it. So let's dive into another song. What's the next one called?
All right. Yeah. This next one is called Mama Needs an Airstream. It's actually out right now on Spotify. Obviously, I wrote it for my mom. My mom, since I was young as I could be, has always wanted an Airstream camper to travel and, get two places. But yeah, and then I was just writing one night, and I was like, it'd be pretty cool to write a song about if I can get an Airstream when I have the chance. So yeah, this was the second single I ever released, and yeah, Mom Needs an Airstream.
Take it away.
Mom says, son, you drink too much, but old man Willie says I gotta get drunk. I say, Mama, I got nothing to lose. I tend to write better songs when I'm pouring a few. She wears a mushroom beanie on the top of her head, wants my old 4Runner to drive instead. I say, Mama, go and live your dreams. I got bills to pay, mouths to feed. Once I get a little bit of money, I'll take you around the bend. Find a vintage shop in a town we ain't never been. Once I find a little bit of time, we'll feel that Cali breeze. Mama needs an Airstream to drive it under redwood trees. She was just 18 when she lit a few circumventals in the paper with bad reviews. Cheaper the price, better the deal. Had to save up funds to pay for her next meal. Oh, what Mama says, Mama does. She holds me down, says I'm enough. Won't be a long while till I pay my debts. Don't need to worry, no need to fret. 'Cause once I get a little bit of money, I'll take you around the bend. Find a vintage shop in a town we ain't never been. Once I find a little bit of time, we'll ride through summer heat. Mama needs an Airstream to drive it down the Florida Keys. Oh, what Mama says, Mama does. She holds me down, says I'm enough. Won't be a long while till I pay my debts. Don't need to worry, no need to fret. 'Cause once I get a little bit of money, I'll take you around the bend. Find a vintage shop in a town we ain't never been. Once she signs that dotted line, she can drive from sea to sea. Mama needs an Airstream to bring her home wherever she please. Oh, Mama needs an Airstream to bring her home wherever she please.
Mama Needs an Airstream. Rock Helton here on Live Music Showcase. If you're just joining us, we are live music showcase. We have a live, living human being musician here in studio performing his songs that he wrote for us. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's couldn't be, wouldn't want to be anywhere else on a Friday afternoon. That's for sure.
I appreciate that.
So you play guitar so proficiently.
Thank you.
You play like you've been playing your whole life. You've been playing your whole life, correct?
Yeah.
And I kind of want to, the thing that I keep kind of coming back to in my mind is the fact that you're 20 years old and you have kind of an old soul sound to you. But 20-year-olds these days are doing all kinds of stuff. They're playing music, obviously, but they're also not playing music. They're, spending a lot of time on YouTube, or they're working. Some of them are working like they've been working for 10 years, some of them. Were you as passionate about music back in like high school as you are now?
No. So I went, well, I was and then I wasn't. So we'll start from the beginning. I had this blue, like super old, not usable guitar that I'd bring on stage when I was like 3 years old with my pops. And I would just jam out and have a good time. And then, I got my first guitar when I was 8 years old, I think. I found it in a dumpster outside my grandma's house. And it was a 1990s Fender Squier Strat.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that was like, all right, that can't be there. And I have to take that. That's mine. And then, I got into sports when I was in school. I played baseball at Dunedin High School for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then committed to go to Tallahassee State College and play there. Ruined my shoulder, got shoulder surgery.
Wow.
And that never healed. And then, I'd say probably my freshman year of college was when I really started picking and writing as much as I could. And then, things just have been going well. I'm the happiest I've ever been right now.
That's really interesting. There's a songwriter named Ellis Paul, great songwriter. We had him on the show a few years back. Ellis Paul's music career actually started in a similar fashion because he was also an athlete and also got injured and decided to take up music initially, I think, as a way to pass the time while he was healing from his injury, and then he just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
Do you okay, so you came from kind of a sports background. You had sports friends, you had friends on the team and everything. Once you gravitated away from that, did you keep those friends?
I did. I actually lived with them for the last 2 years. I had a buddy that played ball. We all played on the same high school team, but we were roommates. But they're still my guys for sure. It's weird. I can't really talk a lot about anything that I'm doing because they don't understand it that well. But
about music, you mean? Yeah. Okay.
And then I do send them like every song I write, and they're very good critics of it. So that's nice. Yeah.
So, well, that's kind of what I was trying to get to. Is like, there is often, the ethos of being in sports and the ethos of being in music as a young adult. They don't often cross over. One of our guests last week, Cassie Jean.
Yep.
She was an All-American soccer player.
Really? Cassie Jean was All-American?
Cassie Jean was an All-American soccer player. Yeah. So my point being that in music and in songwriting, one of the best sources of inspiration is often negativity, feeling dejected or left out or lonely or anything like that. Do you find that it's harder to relate to your sports friends about music since they don't really speak that language?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But then also I have my pops that I can talk to too. So I feel like I always have an outlet when I need just to talk about something. But back once again that when I was talking about coming up through the way, I think I definitely like absorbed. I know I wasn't writing songs, but Josh was always writing when I was a kid and through my teenage years, and I feel like just being around that really sculpted the way that I write now, and just pretty much all I know on the guitar and writing process, whatever.
Pretty cool. And I mean, I hear his style in your writing a little bit.
sure,
Obviously, it's not, it's your own. But,
Yeah.
But there's little hints of it here and there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We've got about 5 minutes until we reach the halfway point of the show. The halfway point of the show is the AMA, the Ask Musicians Anything segment, which is where you as the listener can call in and ask any questions or share any comments that you might have for Rock, for me, for WMNF. And I think before that, let's jump into another song, shall we?
All right, we should. Tune up here real quick. All right, this is the fourth song that I released ever. It's called Leave It Behind. Days don't stand a chance out here to feel is what I feel. My heart is running on empty from the miles that it has seen. And I thought by now that we'd have found exactly what we owe, to the hope of something lasting in a world so dark and cold. Just leave it behind. Days met with confusion, leave it behind. The night that you left thinking, if I kept on going and pushed some more, we'd wind up where we were before, 'cause love's blind. Just pack it up and leave it behind. Time has done what it's done before, left me tired and blue, with my old soul walking down a city street, cigarettes and the thought of you. Now I hold my breath to hear the sound of my quiet, empty room. Didn't know what I'd be missing till my wants up and left with you. Oh, just leave it behind. I was dazed and I was confused, leave it behind. The night that we fell through, if I kept on going and pushed some more, we'd wind up where we were before, 'cause love's blind. Just pack it up and leave it behind. Pack it up and leave it behind.
Rock Helton here on Live Music Showcase. Tell me a little more about that song.
Yeah, it was, I'll just give you the whole story. I was dating this girl in my senior year of high school. Things didn't work out. I was hung up on it for a while. Then you get over it. Just leave it in the past.
That's the whole story.
That is pretty much it.
I mean, there's got to be more to it than that. I mean, everybody's gone through the she done me wrong, so to speak. But
yeah,
high school's a funny thing because, I mean, granted, I haven't been in high school. My 20-year high school reunion is happening in September, supposedly.
Sweet.
I'll be home with a newborn, so I won't be able to attend, but that's the way it goes. But I remember high school being feeling like there's no world outside of it when you're in it. And the relationships and the experiences that you have when you're in it feel similar.
Yeah.
And then once you get out, it's like, my God, what a small pond that was after all.
That's a very good way to put it. It's definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say eye-opening after getting out of high school and moving on and being more independent. It's different. It's way different. And the way you look at things is different. And I feel like especially after high school, it's way easier to be like, wait, that really doesn't matter at all.
That thing I was so upset about.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
So you're looking back now at 20 on your high school career, and you have aspects of life. And I don't think that ever stops. I think as you get older, that you keep looking back and going, I could have looked at that differently. I could have handled that. Not necessarily regret, but just taking stock and learning.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think when you turn 30, you'll look back on now and say, maybe I could have done this different, done this better, done this worse, could have had more fun with this, or,
Yeah. I think the more fun won't be a problem. I think it's going to be the...
You're having plenty of fun?
Yeah.
Good,
it's going to be like, God, you were so stupid. But, you experience those things. You go through them. You learn from them.
Yep.
And you be better next time.
Mm-hmm. I like it. That's probably... That's all probably anybody can do, right? If you're just joining us, this is Live Music Showcase. We are here in studio with Rock Helton, and we are at the halfway point in the show. So if you're listening live, this is your chance to call in, to send an email with any questions or comments that you might have for Rock, for me, for WMNF. Anything you want, really. Just make it weird. We like it weird. Let's get weird.
Very.
It's Friday. You made it through another week. Let's have some fun with it, all right? The phone number is 813-239-9663. That number again is 813-239-9663. Now, speaking of the phone number, and if you want to send an email, it's dj@wmnf.org. dj@wmnf.org. Our board op, Charlie, will take your calls. He'll take your questions. He'll take your comments. He'll send them to me, and at the end of the show, I'll share them with Rock and with the rest of you who are listening and watching. So speaking of the phone number, this past Saturday, something, I hate to use the word unprecedented just because at this point it's so common. I feel like we've been desensitized to it, but something unprecedented happened last week. The federal government pulled funding for PBS and for NPR. And while WMNF is not an NPR station, it does or did benefit from a small portion of that funding that was allocated every year, approximately I believe it was $130,000. And then a few days prior to that, our state pulled its funding as well. So in total, WMNF lost a total of $233,000 in funding that it was that it had expected to receive. To put that into perspective, that's a little bit less than 1/4 of our entire yearly budget, if I'm not mistaken. That's a giant chunk, and to some radio stations in the country, that's a death blow, especially to community radio stations in more rural communities that really rely on those radio stations for some of their most important information. It wasn't a death blow to WMNF, and quite the opposite happened, because Saturday, a one-day, 12-hour emergency pledge drive took place here on the station. The station's development department put together over the course of, I think, less than 2 weeks, an entire pledge drive that lasted in one day and pretty much condensed what we normally do in an entire week into a single 12-hour span. And because they did that, the listeners of the station, people just like you who are listening right now, who are watching right now, raised $280,000 in that pledge drive, in that 12-hour span. And I actually just heard before the show that it kept going. And they have actually raised over $300,000 as of the recording of this episode right now. So when I tell you that this station cannot exist without its listeners like you who are listening and watching right now, know that I mean it. Because a community that's willing to rally around a station like ours, it's for you guys. It's all for you. We do it for you, and we can't thank you enough for your support, your appreciation. Last weekend ongoing, every day that you listen. So thank you. All right. Enough of that. I just wanted to make sure that we touched on it because the listeners are everything to us, and we appreciate you guys. Rock, you're going up to New York to record your album. Right?
I am. My second record.
Your second record. You have one on all the streaming platforms right now.
Yeah, right? There's 2 more singles on my debut record that are being released. One's coming out August 1st. The other is August 29th, the date of the album release show. So I'm stoked to get those 2 songs out, and then I'm going to have a whole nother set of new music to release. It's going to be fun.
I love it. Let's hear another song, and then after that, I want to hear about the hard times in the recording studio. I want to hear about the times where you struggle. You were saying earlier about how you had like 4 verses to that song. You're like, I just can't get it, bring it home. I want to hear about how you bring it home, because you're a great songwriter. I want to hear about that.
After the song?
Yeah, after the song. Yeah. We got to tease it a little bit. What's this song called?
It's called Working and Drinking.
You're here.
Yep. Here we go. Got a woman at the door screaming, come on, honey. Clocked out late, so she's been waiting on me. Swear she loves me like crazy. Makes me feel like the merry-go-round. Well, she loves me like crazy and makes these wheels go round. I've been working for the city trying to make my dough. Almost gets to feeling like it's quid pro quo. Lost my way of living, but I hope it comes to find me again. I've been working and drinking, trying to make the most out of my sin. When I work all day and drink all night, I miss out on the things that I should probably give a damn about. Now it's 5:30 and I'm feeling alive. Might drink a beer 10. I've been working and drinking, trying to make the most out of my sin. Now I'm sitting in this bar for 7 days straight. Bartender knows everybody I hate. My ex-girl Katie and all her messed up friends. If I sit here forever, I'll never have to see him again. Now I'm stumbling back home, almost bust my ass. Tired of feeling heavy, drinking sour mash. I ain't too proud, but I feel what I gotta feel. Just another day working, skipping my next meal. When I work all day and drink all night, I miss out on the things that I should probably give a damn about. Now it's 5:30 and I'm feeling alive. Might drink a beer 10. I've been working and drinking, trying to make the most out of my sin. Don't get caught up thinking about the places that I could have been. So I keep working and drinking, trying to make the most out of my sin.
You finish all of your songs off so nicely. That little lick, that's great. I love it.
Thank you.
Live music showcase here on 88.5 WMNF. We are here in studio with Rock Helton. We have all kinds of comments in the live stream.
Sweet.
Lots of people they're all positive. They're all great. They're all awesome. Jeannie says, Rock, you sound so good. Patrick says, love, son, with biceps.
Sweet.
So good. Crushing it. Robert says, heard you in the car. Sounds good, man.
Sweet. Thank you, Robert.
Kathy says, sounds great, Rock. And Mark says, please share. That's Mark Perfetti, our board up. And I agree. Please share. If you're watching this, hit the share button. That always goes a long way for us, helps us out a lot. I hear in that song a lyric, was it Katie, my ex-girlfriend?
Yep. That's not the same one we were talking about.
No, but is that her real name?
Yeah,
is that Katie's real name?
Yeah.
Has Katie heard that song?
I have no idea. No idea.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Because if you knew that, you'd be interacting with her still.
Yes.
And if that's not a healthy situation, then it's probably not. That's great. Very good. So you've got a new album on the way. You've got new singles coming out. You've got one coming out next week, a week from today, right?
Yep.
August 1st.
Yep.
You're going up to New York, up to Woodstock, right?
Yes, sir.
To record?
Yep.
How young were you when you first went into the studio, into a pro studio to record your music? Or any music, really, but yours in particular?
This January.
Past January?
Yeah, this past January. I was 19 at the time.
Okay.
Turned 20 in March.
Okay.
So, yeah. That was pretty crazy. And the guy my producer, John Notar, is a wizard. He's the coolest, he's an awesome dude. And he really transformed these songs into exactly what I wanted out of them, and I couldn't be more grateful. He played pretty much everything on there. I played guitar and did vocals and threw in a little harmonies, and he took care of the rest. He's an awesome dude.
Wow. Okay. So when you got into that setting, was there an element of like intimidation?
Definitely.
Ooh, I'm doing this. This is pro. I'm not just in my bedroom anymore. This is the real. This is the show.
I was intimidated on the flight there. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
We're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
We're spending this week doing this, and yeah, it was. I'd say after the first 30 minutes of being there, I was like, all right, wait, this is really fun.
Okay.
Never mind. This isn't that bad.
You just kind of like slipped into a groove, and
yeah.
When you're in the studio, did you have everything completely written going in?
So we had, yes, technically. I think there's 7 songs in the record. I had 6 going up there. And then the first night that we were there, Josh and I sat down at the Airbnb that they put us at and wrote the title track to this record. It's called My Kinda Gone. But yeah, we had a blast. They had this like music room in there where they had an old beat up telly that we just messed around with, and we had a blast up there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
When you're writing with Dad, and you have a difference of opinion about how a song should go, who wins?
I'd say we're a pretty good team. We bounce each other's ideas. We bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah.
There's not really any disagreeing. I think one person will say this, and then the other person will say something and be like, wait, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
But yeah, there's been times where, maybe I think we should change something and he says leave it, then I change it.
Okay.
And then we go back to that. It's like, it always changes.
He's like, you should have listened to me the first time.
Exactly.
Like, right, I know, Dad. Sorry. I mean, has it always been that way with you two, though? Have you always had a pretty good relationship when it comes to music?
Yeah, always. Yeah. He put me on to the best music there is.
Because music dads are not always the nicest people. Not to say, every time I've ever interacted with Josh, he's an excellent human being. Yeah. But, famously, Michael Jackson's dad, for example, that's probably the most famous example I can think of. He put his kids through hell and back to mold them into what turned out to be really incredible musicians, but it came at a price.
Yeah.
So your experience is the opposite of that.
I am. I'm the luckiest kid. I have 4 parents that all just root me on and go with whatever I'm doing, and it's the best feeling ever to have people that back you up. And I'm not crazy for going after this. They're in my corner too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Josh, we got him on recording saying that. So the next time if you guys ever have an argument, you can just refer back to this. Be like, see, you said it. All right, let's jump into some more music. What do you say? What do you got?
We're on WMNF. I've heard. I grew up listening to WMNF.
Love to hear that.
Yes. Once again, thanks to Josh and my mother. You hear a lot of John Prine on WMNF, and I feel like I couldn't do this live music showcase without doing at least one Prine song.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, I heard this is Josh and I did a John Prine night a few months back at Crooked Thumb, and he brought this song out that I'd never heard this song, but quickly turned into one of my favorites. It's called "The Oldest Baby in the World." She's got the mind of a child and a body peeking over the hill. Well, she would if she could, and she should, but nobody will. With her nails painted red and her hair so unnaturally curled, Well, I think that she may be the oldest baby in the world. She's tasted the nightlife, and it's left her with nothing but hunger. And all the available men seem to think they want something younger. But youth is a costume, and the beauty within lies unfurled. And I think that she may be the oldest baby in the world. Fast horses win races, rough flushes beat aces, and everyone's playing to keep. So let's turn out the lights and rock this old baby to sleep. She loves the sounds of the rain, but you know she's still afraid of the thunder. She keeps a head full of hope and a heart that's so full of wonder. She may look like a woman, but she's still some daddy's little girl. And I think that she may be the oldest baby in the world. And I think that she may be the oldest baby in the world.
That's John Prine, channeled through Rock Helton here on Live Music Showcase. What does John Prine mean to you?
Everything, man. He's one of my favorite. Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
That's all right. That's all right.
No, when it comes to songwriting, a lot. You know, I love his style and his folky kind of way of talking about things, and yeah. Once again, I was raised on John Prine. I'm big John Prine, Childers, Sturgill, all those dudes. Jason Isbell's another big inspiration of mine. So yeah, when it comes to songwriter, music, and also Josh brought this up a while back, but I don't think I've ever met a John Prine fan that was not a nice person. I feel like all John Prine fans are pretty good people. So that's
I
good to know.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that because as a musician myself, you often feel like the quality of your own character is reflected in the people that like your music.
Mm-hmm.
So if you meet people that like your music and you go, I don't know if I'd spend a lot of time with those people,
Yeah.
It makes you go home and go, what in them is also in me?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a necessary self-reflection.
Yeah.
So if you've been how long have you been playing live, first of all? You were really
2 or 3
little.
years. 2 or 3 years.
But I mean, not just on your own, in general.
Oh.
What's the earliest you can remember being on a stage? I know you were saying
Oh, yeah.
with
I mean,
Dad,
when I was 2
years
3,
old.
I was up there just doing whatever, but I didn't play or sing a song on stage until I was 17, I think.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow.
The first time I played live, we were in Costa Rica, visiting our friends there, and we went out to this restaurant, and our buddy was hosting an open mic there, or he may not have been hosting it, but he knew the guy that was running it, and we were all trying to get Josh to go up and play a song because we were like, we're in Costa Rica, we're doing this. Like, Josh he didn't
He's
want to.
like, no,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
No, come on. This is my vacation.
Yeah, Josh lives by this rule that you can't wear shorts on stage. So,
Yeah, I like that rule.
Yeah, so
I break that
adapted
rule in Florida, but I like that rule.
Yeah, but he had shorts on, and he was like, no. And then my older brother he was like, "You won't go do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I will." So I went up and played one of Josh's songs, and kind of just fell in love with it ever since. That's when I started writing. That's when I started booking shows, making connections. It was all because of that night there.
That night was a really special moment for you.
It was. It's
Wow.
crazy looking back on it.
What did you feel when you finished that last chord of that song and people reacted to it? What did you feel? Was it elation? Was it adrenaline? What was it? What do you think?
I think it was, I'm ready to get off this stage.
You ready to
yeah,
like I'm done.
Definitely butchered the song a little bit. But just the feeling of being up there was cool. That's all I needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did that feeling of like I want to do this come after that?
Yeah, I'd say baseball. I was still playing ball back then,
Sure.
so that was definitely my priority. But I definitely started picking up the guitar way more than I did, and started experimenting with melodies and stuff that I was writing. So yeah, that was definitely the start of all this. Yeah.
That's cool. I love hearing a good origin story. The origins are so important.
They are.
And we often lose them in the process. We lose how important they are, how important it is to remember, where we started, where we came from, and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do another song.
Okay.
How many do you have left?
I can play two more if that works
Perfect.
for you guys.
That's
All
truly perfect. So we'll do one more. We'll do the AMA comments and questions.
Perfect.
And I'll share a few more of the comments that have been coming through in the live stream, and then we'll do one more to end the show. Does that work for you?
That works great.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. While he's tuning up, this is Live Music Showcase. If you're just joining us, we are here in studio with Rock Helton. Now, the show ends at 3:01 on the dot for the radio broadcast. So if you're listening on 88.5 FM, or if you're listening on WMNF.org, that last song, sadly, is going to get cut off for you because, radio is on a schedule, and Reverend Billy C. Wirtz waits for no one, nor does the WMNF schedule. But if you're in the live stream, or if you decide to listen to this from the future, maybe you're listening to this in podcast form right now, you'll get that entire song and whatever antics happen after that song as well. So jump into the live stream if you want to jump in on that action right now. WMNF's Live Music Showcase on Facebook, WMNF Community Radio on YouTube. Jump in, leave a comment, hit the share button. If you're watching already right now, hit the share button again if you've already done it. There's no limit to how many times you can do that, I don't think. Pretty sure Zuckerberg hasn't done that yet. Yeah. Hopefully. All right, so what's the next song going to be called?
It's called DeLand. So, like I said, I started releasing music this year in April, and I got to use like all the cool apps, like Spotify for Artists stuff, so you can see where your music is getting played. And that same girl I was dating senior year of high school, she went and played softball at Stetson in DeLand, Florida, and I saw my streams were up in DeLand, and I was like, must be doing something right. So yeah, I wrote this song about that. She don't know, I can tell just where my songs get played. Looks like she caved and listened anyway. I can't tell, but I bet it hurts to hear my band. Well, I ain't even played in the land. Oh, my sweet Marie, I've been thinking less about you. I recommend you tighten up the screw. Oh, my sweet Marie, I've been working late on weekends, using all my strength to keep on pushing through. You never like to hear the truth, but them songs ain't about you. Love was like the kid's toy I bought at the old thrift store. It would break in a month, gotta go and buy some more. While it's dry and my time is empty, you began to get real shifty, left me wondering why I was even here. Oh, my sweet Marie, I've been thinking less about you. I recommend you tighten up the screws. Oh, my sweet Marie, I've been working late on weekends, using all my strength to keep on pushing through. You never like to hear the truth, Some songs ain't about you. But I've been losing sleep while working troubles in my mind, fighting off the demons that come visit me at night. Well, I tried to switch directions, but I only saw the light. 'Cause there's something in the leaving and what we left behind. And oh, my sweet Marie, maybe I've been thinking of you. All the letters that I wrote but didn't send. Oh, my sweet Marie, I've been working late on weekends, saving all my strength to see what we could do. I've written one too many songs, but you're the end of my favorite one.
Wow.
Thank you.
Man, I got about halfway through that and I was like, man, this sounds like it might be kind of a sad song. And then you ended. I was like, oh my God.
Sad.
Great. Heartbreaking. Love it. I love it. Love it.
Thank you so much.
We're coming to the end of the show. We're wrapping it up. We'll do the AMAs here in just a moment. But first, credit where credit is due. This show takes an entire team of passionate, dedicated volunteers behind the scenes to make sure that it looks and sounds as good as it does. Mark Perfetti is our sound mixer, audio assistant Pam Robinson, video director Charles Holsopple. Our camera operators today are Lisa Reuter, Marcy Connors, and Ava Lamison. Our board operator is Charlie Cushing, and I'm your host, Ken Apperson. This is Live Music Showcase. We are here every Friday at 2:06 p.m. after the news headlines, bringing you a live, real-life human being in person, playing music, or full band, playing music, sharing stories about their lives and about the music that they write. This is what we do every week. This is what we do, and you, the listeners, are why we do it, because we love this. We love making sure that the musicians in this town and in this world that may not have been heard before get heard by a new audience, and you guys are that audience. So thank you so much for listening, for watching, for doing everything that you do. The AMAs, real quick. There's only a few, which we like them short and sweet. That works nicely. The first one simply says, he has an Arlo Guthrie sound. They're not saying it's positive or negative.
Okay.
It's just he has an Arlo Guthrie sound.
Okay. I'm not sure who that is. I'm sorry.
Joshua Riley. You're in trouble, Josh.
I probably know him. Yeah.
No, you do. You
I'll
would.
take
You
that
would.
one
I
up
guarantee
here.
you'd hear him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chase from Dunedin wants to know when he can expect the first two songs to show up on Firefly. I don't know what Firefly is. No idea, but they're streaming. You have one coming out next week. And when's the second one coming out?
August 29th.
August 29th,
Yep.
and that's the album release show.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So there you go. You can listen to that. And then finally, how does Rock feel that his music affects so many people?
I think that's the goal of this whole thing, is to spread my stories and hope that relates to anyone out there. I think if I can touch one person with my music, that's a success. And I really appreciate you feeling something.
Good specificity. I like that. This is Live Music Showcase. Jump into the live stream if you want to hear the rest of this entire song. Otherwise, we'll see you and hear you next week.
Thank you so much.
Jump on in. What's the song called?
All right. This is my favorite song I've ever written. It's called What Ramblers Do. It's another sad one. It's about leaving. I've been linked to traveling on a road dog gypsy breed. Had a girl named Becca, she said to me, come on home, meet the family. I was gone before the morning sun arose. That's the way it goes. I hold close all that I can see. I'm a worn out version of ways don't change. I think the same. If I love somebody, then I'll leave the frame and take what I can get to make it by. I will be alright. Holding on to what I know. The highway's calling, about time to hit the road. Oh, it ain't nothing about you. I'm a rambling man at heart, so I'm gonna do what ramblers do. The static plays on the radio. The toll roads took my last pay. Spend all my time thinking about what I'd say, 'cause even good men can make mistakes, like leaving when I know I could have stayed. Did I dig my grave? Holding on to what I know. The highway's calling, about time to hit the road. Oh, it ain't nothing about you. I'm a rambling man at heart, so I'm gonna do what ramblers do. I'm a rambling man at heart, so I'm gonna do what ramblers do.
Rock Helton here on Live Music Showcase. That's our show. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening. Rock, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me, and thank you to everybody who listened.
You crushed it, man.
Thank you.
Definitely going to have you back on again in the future.
Sounds like a plan.
Can't wait to hear more songs about underage drinking.
Sweet. Well, I mean, hopefully I'll be 21 next time.
Probably. Well, yeah, we don't know anything about that. Yeah,
True.
for sure. Well, that's it for our show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And whether you're learning how to chase your tequila with a lime and a little bit of salt, or you're learning how to write sad country songs about the exes you dated in high school, go practice. We'll see you next week.